Good day. Today I'll be doing some castor oil extraction and I'll be using the cold press method. So I have some big grains here from the big grain variety, and the big grain variety will have several varieties. I'm not really familiar with the different varieties name. I just know that they're oil nut. So in this bag here we have two variety, and you can see the difference by looking at the seeds. Over here I have another variety, which is this one here, and then I have the jet black repeating. Here in the gold green bag I have the variety that most persons are familiar with. As you can see, the seeds are much smaller, and this type is grown all across Jamaica. So now I'm just going to extract them because there's no water left in it. They are dry. From my last video that I did, persons would ask me how come I get my castor oil to have that color. And I would, simple tell them that when you do the cold press method, you're only getting the oil from the kernel. So this is the kernel. See that it's cloudy white? Yeah, so when you press the oil, you get the oil from the kernel. There's no oil in the shell. So once you're gonna press the oil, you're gonna get the oil looking like the kernel. But when you let the oil sit, the fat in the seeds will settle to the bottom of the container that you have the oil sitting in, and you will get a clearer oil. Let me just briefly show you what I'm talking about. So this is the oil itself after it sits. So this is pure oil, there's nothing in it. So when you put the oil to sit and you're throwing off the oil at the top will be clear like this one. But as you gradually get to the bottom of the container, you will get some fat. Let me see if there's any fat in this. Yes, so this is it here. These are some fat. It's the same oil. If you should take the fat and rub it on your skin or rub it in your hair, it would rub out just the same, because it's just the fat out of the kernel. It's the same castor oil, just that it's the fat. Like you would have the coconut oil, and then you would have the oil itself. So the coconut oil will sleep, and then you might have another bottle with some oil that is not sleeping, but it's the same coconut oil. You take the fat one and you rub it out, it rub out just the same as if you should take the oil one and rub it out. It's the same with the castor oil. You have the fat in the seeds. The fat can actually get very hard, like the first part that start to settle, that could be actually very hard, where it will actually stay in the container and don't come out depending on how long it is sitting. Also, persons would ask me about the difference with the castor oil, the cold press one and the boiled one. The boiled one, why you get that color is because you are parching the seeds. So when you parch the seeds, the shell from the seeds will actually burn and form ashes. That would be black. So when you actually boil the oil now, you will get that black look. But the black look does not have anything to do with the oil. Absolutely nothing. So hands down, the raw one is better because there's no ash in it. Nobody wants to put ash in their hair, so there's no ash in it. Also, if you're gonna take some castor oil for constipation, it's advised that you use less of the raw castor oil as opposed to the boiled one, because the raw one would work faster and would be more severe. So if you should take half a teaspoon of the boiled one or half a teaspoon of the raw one would be more severe. So for persons who tend to buy my castor oil, I normally tell them to take a couple drips first.
Antia.